Yeah, it's gone. Yeah. Yeah, it's
Recording.
gone.
Okay, okay. Okay, so all right. Um huh? Okay, all right. Okay. All right. So, the let's start with the big news here,
Yeah.
which is
I think it's basically
what is the
bullshit.
big news? Oh, it's about
It's
sessions, right?
what was
Okay.
it?
So so what do you think about
Mainstream.
sessions?
WAPO, New York Times. It's all rehashed garbage. I
So
mean, so it's just desperation. But people are gonna fall for it
yeah,
because
yeah, yeah,
it's just it's what these
yeah, yeah. So
more nice. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
bullshit.
yeah.
Yeah.
More lies, as we say. Huh? More bullshit. Okay, okay. You know what? Here's one
All right.
here's one that I was talking about, and it has to do with freaking Bill Cosby, right? Bill Cosby gets partial
Okay.
in 2004 rape case
What's there to talk
as
about?
judge
I
limits
mean,
witnesses. So let's talk about Bill Cosby. What's there to talk about, right? I mean, his whole modus operandi, right? Uh, hey, honey, let's go up to
yeah.
my room,
Well,
and well, you know what, have a drink, right? And then she wakes up and he's humping her,
well,
right? Hey,
it's
sorry about that.
couldn't.
I thought we had a thing going,
Uh, it's
well,
it
apparently
it
not,
all comes to
but
some of it's probably you know it probably true. I just I mean, look, let's forget all this other, foreplay where shit, just get it over with, I mean, that's, he's doing
yeah,
the,
yeah,
what was it, the Wilt Chamberlain thing, I mean, what was his deal? 10,000 women. I mean, you could not do that.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think it was Wilt Chamberlain. It's like 10,000 women. It's like, yeah,
No, was that Will Chamberlain? Who was? Wait a
oh
second, wait a
yeah,
second. This
yeah,
was him in the
yeah.
busloads,
It's like
right?
yeah, it's a
It was
numbers game,
it was going
but
to take like
if you
a
it's like
hundred or 200 buses to
well,
line up all the
forget
hoes.
all the courtship, going down to dinner and all that. Just little roofie, little drink. I mean, I mean the the whole what was it? The whole game of seduction. Forget that.
Yeah, 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 yeah. But there was this one thing that I remember also was that they remember that he had an old messed up bathrobe. You remember that? It was some kind of patchwork bathrobe. And he said, and so he said, oh, well, you know what, I'll get dressed. And
Well,
he puts
I
on
mean,
this old
when was his
bathrobe. And I'm thinking, well, what the
thing
hell was that all about?
popular anyway?
But
Talking to Shay.
Oh, like what?
No. When was his show popular? In the 80s?
You coming in?
oh, you know what? I don't even know because I think I was in like Germany or some shit, but you know what? Who's gonna believe this thing
Right.
anyway? I mean, it was well, you know what? It was supposed to have been something other than just a ghetto black guy, right? And
Former wife or still wife? I don't know.
he has
Bobby Moore.
Phylicia Rashad, who is like what?
That was his real
Ahmad
name. Bobby
Rashad's,
Moore.
wife,
Bobby
right?
Moore. I think he went to the University of
Yeah,
Oregon.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And so
Yeah, he was Bobby
not
Moore
anymore.
before he was.
Bobby Moore.
I don't know.
Jeez.
I don't know. But
Yeah.
probably probably from
Really?
Portland. They had a lot of
Where was he from, though?
Negroes up here.
Was he
They had
California?
they there used to be when the whole shipbuilding thing during World War II. Portland used to have a lot of black people,
Yeah.
and then well, just like in most places, like San Francisco and all that,
Ah,
and then
ah.
now they're doing like the same thing. They're doing like the same thing in San Francisco. They're lamenting that they don't have enough blacks there anymore to
Oh, oh.
either feel sorry for or whatever the liberals want to do. Yeah, yeah, they get it. It's like they have projects
Oh,
there.
no, 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 no.
Yeah, yeah,
So, so you ever
yeah,
you ever been
yeah.
to Marine City?
Well, it's like
Yeah, I mean, it's like this one high
well,
rise,
just
right?
like
And
what
that's where
was
all the
it?
black
The
people
in
live,
San Francisco,
right?
like
And so
there's the Hunters Point, and
that's
then there's
that's a
like you go down to the Western Addition, which was like where sort of like still kind of ghetto right around Japantown. That's another area, but
uh-huh.
it's just
Yeah.
it's just these liberals are just
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, it's sort of a drifting conversation, but well, you know what? So, okay. So let's pop up what's next. And what's next? Oh, geez, what the hell is that? No, that's not it.
well,
Uh, okay, I've got other
yeah,
things
yeah,
here.
yeah,
Let's
yeah,
see.
yeah.
Here's the thing. Tancredo, right? You
Oh
remember
yeah,
the
yeah.
congressman or
I
former
mean,
congressman or whatever?
what
Illegal
is with
immigration props up
they want those people
Mexico's
out of there and sending them
dysfunctional
money because
state.
what's going to happen if they stay there? You're going to have a revolution, right? I mean, yeah, you have 11, yeah, you have 11 million Mexicans back in that economy who can't really find any work. I mean, they're not in that society. Okay,
What else? What else?
I've been to like Guadalajara and all these other cities there, and most of Mexico is
Ah,
run by your uh, uh, Spanish looking. They're not your brown Mexicans. Okay, they're your white Hispanics. Okay, it's the patriarchy of whoever settled that place. Okay, because they're like more like once that was
ah,
there.
ah,
Somebody explaining to me, I think it was
ah.
Rich, was saying, Mexicans are more they're more in touch with the Euros than they are with Americans, right? So it's like, yeah, yeah, there's much more Euros in that. They're a lot more racist because they're keeping those people down. Because you go over there and who begs in the streets? It's the brown Mexican Indian. It's okay. There's little Chiapas women. They're like
Oh,
pregnant. They're
that's right.
sitting
That's right.
on the sidewalk selling chiclets. Okay. I mean, it's
So, so,
chiclets.
so
Yeah, chiclets. Gum to eat. I mean, it's it's like you could see.
live chickens.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. People. But like you look at Mexican TV,
Oh, this is
and
your
you look
Jorge
at all their
Ramos,
personalities. They're all
right?
they're not the
Yeah, 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 yeah,
typical
yeah, yeah. That fucker. Yeah,
Mexicans
yeah,
that you
yeah.
envision. They're all like European white. Just like you go to you watch like Brazilian TV or because remember that Zuza girl, that white. She was like really famous there in the 80s or 90s, right? And they're like all the ruling class is all really white.
Right.
Okay, and so and basically the whole.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
but he's going to be held up just like
I
well,
mean,
he's going to
it's
be
not
held
like
up because
Pele is going to
he,
be
they
like
allow them to be
president,
celebrity,
somebody who looks like Pele.
because that's what
Oh
athletes
man,
are
he's good
anyway,
at
right?
soccer, but
I mean, just like athletes in this country, you got your black athletes, and they're even in South Africa and all these other different places, they're held up because they're very convenient to be uh, assimilated into that portion of society because they're very, you know, they, you know, but then anywhere else, I mean, they're welcome, just like, O.J. Simpson, right? Like, basically a white guy, really, but he's, you know,
Ah,
but he, I mean, it's, remember the trial, right? They're saying, well, it's a white black thing. No, it's like a class thing because he's not seen as a black guy.
yeah,
He's a rich. I mean, he's got the
yeah,
he's
yeah.
transcended the race thing, but he only needs the black people when he wants to get acquitted on the jury, right? That's it. I mean, so
Well, that's right. That's right.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
right. Well, you know what? You know what? That's the payback. Hey, you know what? You know
yeah,
what?
yeah.
We were
But
gonna give you
but you
reparations.
would,
Okay, but we gave you OJ.
yeah.
You know what? Reparations are off,
Yeah,
people.
yeah. So
Okay, you
so
got OJ. Okay,
Oprah's
you got
thinking,
OJ, and
yeah,
then you got that half black guy. What's his name?
since he
Obama.
can do it, I'm gonna be able
Okay,
to do
so
it. No, he's
reparations are
gonna
done,
no,
folks.
but it's like if Trump's gonna do it, she can do it. I mean, she's because she says, like
Yeah,
Trump,
right.
he doesn't have any experience,
Well, you
and
know what?
Oprah right now, he's been on TV. I mean, that's and so no, yeah, but
Yeah,
if she
yeah,
gives me a
yeah.
car or something,
You know what?
you know,
I can't
like on
hate
her
her,
shows,
okay?
I'm
Because
good with that.
because the story's so sad.
I mean, yeah, I mean, a car is better than Obama phone.
Oh,
I mean, damn.
you know what? Vote for me. I'll give you a car. All right? Oh my God. And Oprah. Oh man. Oh man. Okay. All right. So let's see what else we got here. Okay. Oh geez. Geez. This is yours. I celebrated Black
Yeah,
History
yeah,
Month
that one I put
by
on there. But
finding
man,
out
that is like, is
I was white.
yeah, isn't that classical? That's the way this whole
Is that one
identity
yours or mine?
politics thing works, right? It's like you got this woman
That's
that's
yours,
like,
right?
oh, I'm a black person, like I'm so empowered by being black, right? And hating white people because that's the thing about identity politics, right? Is somebody's going to get ahead because you're gonna blame it on somebody, right? It's like that's what identity politics is all about. I mean, it's like
Yeah.
it's like what did they do? They did that in Burma with the Galas, right? They did that. I mean, they did that. I mean, it's an old game everywhere, right? It's like it's like divide and conquer kind of thing, right? I mean, that's when
Yeah,
you
yeah,
got your
yeah, yeah,
Burmese
yeah.
people, and then the British like, yeah, we don't want them pissed off, but we're gonna get them pissed off at the Indians, right? Bring them over, give them the best jobs. Yeah, yeah, and
Bring
then
them
it's like,
over. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what? You know what? Yeah, that's
yeah,
right. That's right. That's your civil service. What
yeah,
the?
you should
What the
be.
fuck?
You should.
You know.
What is it
Hey,
now?
you know
You
what?
should
What
be
about us?
happy with
You know what?
your
I'm not so sure
cultural
about you
history.
guys.
I mean,
You know.
I mean, yeah. So it's one of those things. But anyway,
That's right. That's right. You know what though?
yeah,
You
yeah,
know though, in defense of the
yeah,
British though, okay, um, the Burmese drink,
yeah,
right? Right? The Burmese drink, okay, and these Hindus and Muslims don't. At least not in public, right? So it's one of these things where you run into somebody who's going to work five days a week or 5.5 days a week or 6 days a
yeah.
week while you got
Hey,
the
I mean,
Burmese.
you got to
Okay,
keep
they'll
this
do
shit
like
running,
four.
man.
And
Unless
say,
they did all the
it's
shitty
fucking
jobs
Friday.
too,
Nobody comes to work
right?
on Friday.
I mean, what was it? Yeah, yeah, they did all the shitty jobs. So I mean,
Yeah,
yeah. I mean,
that's
it's
right.
like, hey,
Well, that's the Galahs too. That's right. That's right.
yeah,
So
yeah,
that's right.
yeah,
That's right. That's right. So in some respects, okay. So you have the Indians because of the caste system are going to deal with shit.
Yeah.
Okay, right?
Plus,
And then
but
and
and then
then
they gave,
and then they'll do
then
the
they were allowed to have guns
heavy
in the
clerical
army,
plus the
right?
doctors,
They wouldn't trust the
right?
Burmese with
Right.
the
So
guns.
you have the Brahmins, and then
I
you
wouldn't
have the
trust me with the
untouchables.
gun anyway. Not with those guys.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. Yeah, yeah. That's right. That's right. That's right. So, viewers, if you didn't know,
Yeah,
okay, the uh,
yeah.
Burmese weren't allowed in the Indian Army, the British
Oh, yeah. I
Indian
would say
Army.
it. I would,
Yeah, they
yeah.
went all over the world. Okay,
Yeah.
but Burmese didn't
I
get to
mean,
go
hey, there's
because
a lot of
Burmese couldn't
things.
be trusted with guns, and for good reason. Okay, I mean, it's for good reason. So because you give them guns, what do? They have a freaking military coup,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Since
What can I
1962,
say?
Burma has been
Those are
under
my people. I
military
know
coup,
this shit.
and you can't blame them, okay? Because the Burmese are, what are you gonna do? I know these
Yeah,
people.
yeah. It's like taught
You
them a
think
few things. The
I'm
British taught them
joking
a few
around? I
things.
know
You
these
know,
people. You can't trust them.
but
So,
it's like Pa used to
it's
say.
just,
It's like,
okay.
you used to get down on these guys. Remember he was talking
Yeah.
he was talking about Aung San, right? And then he's going, yeah, he got brought in the Japanese and all this. And he goes, yeah, the guy weren't very smart, because, and then he goes, and then they get after the war and then they do the communist thing and they try to do their own way, right? The socialist thing. That didn't work. And he's like, so
Yeah.
he was, he's pretty good about knowing about some of these dumb guys.
Yeah, no. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
it really is. I think recognizing, the whole business about a
Yeah.
man's got to know his limitations. It's just,
Yeah,
it's
sure.
just like, what?
They were,
There's a good reason why.
yeah,
they
if they
didn't
weren't
give
going
you
to
guys your
trust you
driver's
with
license,
guns, they would
okay?
sure as hell not with a driver's license. Shit.
I mean, it's like the rednecks of the Orient.
Oh no, it's still got to get back to that topic about this woman. Okay, here's the deal with this,
Okay,
this
okay,
the deal
okay.
the DNA.
Next
She gets her DNA
Okay.
tested. That's
Paris
what.
Mayer.
So she so this whole thing about race,
Which
anyway,
one?
it started out with identity politics that drives her to this
Oh,
conclusion
okay,
that she's something
all right,
special.
okay.
She's empowered now. She's it's like, "Oh, I'm a black person. I love it. But I hate white people, right? Because that's usually all that's done with the expense of identity politics, right? It's because I'm so empowered, I'm so important now. I love myself. Goes takes the test, finds out she's like a third white. Right? Now,
Yeah.
what's worse than a self-hating white liberal in a black body? I mean, it's like how
Yeah.
how incongruous is that?
Yeah. That's right.
You know, I mean, really, if you're a black person that didn't like white people, and then all of a sudden you're a white person
Yeah.
and you're stuck in a black body, I mean, how fucked up is that? You know, it- yeah, yeah. I mean, it's like this
that
whole.
song? Remember that? What was her name? Judy Brown or something? Stuck in the body of a white girl.
Yeah, she's like.
You remember that? No, I'll get it. You know what? I'll put it on this.
Oh yeah,
thing,
that's
but,
what I was going to
it's a
say. I
snippet
mean,
of it. Well, you know what?
She would have been happy with that.
Speaking of race, that Rachel Dalzell has now changed her name. Though,
Well,
mean, it's
that's
just
just-
like, what the hell is wrong with you, girl?
Yeah, well,
because she's. Oh my god! Okay. So back to the important shit. Okay. Paris Mayor and Clooney fire back at Trump for insulting city. What can you say, right? And look at this.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
mayor of Paris is some
Well,
woman
yeah,
named
yeah. Hey,
Annie
Napoleon
Hidalgo.
was
Right?
Italian,
So
wasn't
she's
he?
like fucking
Corsican,
Spanish. Right? So what the hell's with
Corsica,
that?
which
And then
was
of course Mr. Clooney.
basically they're culturally and linguistically Italian, but actually
Well, he's from what,
they were
Corsica? I don't know
conquered. They
what the
were
hell
taken
that
over
is.
by the French the year he was born. Yeah, 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 yeah. He's Italian. The Corsicans, their culture is Italian. Yeah, yeah. You
Oh,
know.
is that right? So he's fucking he's an Italian. Oh my god, I did not know that.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Oh my god. So really, it makes the French even more pathetic.
yeah,
Yeah, it's just like, oh man,
yeah, yeah,
yeah, to that a short guy,
yeah. So
right, a short Italian is going to take over France. You know, man, that is sad. That's sad. It really is. I mean, you know what? It's going to take me a while to like um,
oh yeah, yeah,
process that. Okay, so
yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
yeah. He's
You know what though? He had some balls though. Really did. I mean that was that was the whole thing about him. Okay. Well, you know what? So much for that. Okay, not that big a deal. Okay, let's see what the next topic is. Ah, look at this. Now, for some years, I've been watching movies and of course, uh, watching bad ones, right? And so there was the one Jackie Chan,
who?
uh, and then oh geez, what's his name?
Oh, okay, okay.
High Fidelity guys.
John, he's got a Cusack, yeah.
Uh, Gross Point Blank. What's his name? Geez, and what's his name? Cusack. Cusack, and then that guy who was. Oh my
Well, yeah,
god!
that's
Oh my
the
god! My notes are
yeah.
terrible here.
Let's see,
Okay,
what was it?
but it was this terrible
Oh, Adrian
movie.
Brody,
Jackie
wasn't he?
Chan,
Yeah, yeah, I saw that.
Cusack, and then what's the other guy? Who's the other guy?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Adrian Brody. Oh, it's just like these good and bad Romans,
Yeah.
right? Fighting in the desert, right? And Jackie Chan, who is like INS cop, right? Right? So anyway,
I went and saw that the other day.
yeah. So that's the kind
Yeah,
of shit,
yeah.
right?
It was like,
And then you have this Wahlberg
well, it's like
with
I
the
couldn't. I
wall,
was like,
right?
well, it was right after the Academy
You went and saw
Awards,
that?
and
Oh my god! Is it?
I had to see something that was
Well,
on the list. And so it's like I might as well watch something bad. And really, I mean, if it was like it wasn't that bad, but it should have been. I probably in the league of something that you would watch on Amazon Prime. That's I mean, really, it's like it was. I mean, they spent a lot of money on it, and a lot of the scenes
uh-huh.
are a lot of it's like CGI, and it's sort of like a lot of it had like the same um, things as like Lord of the Rings type of thing, right? They have swarms of
Uh-huh.
guys, they all wear the same kind of uniforms almost as the elves, right? And so they had the Chinese were,
Ah,
I mean, it was like a weird story. It's like all these monsters were coming, and that's what they were saying. The wall was built to keep the monsters out, and so these monsters were like, yeah, 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 yeah. So it was kind of stupid. I mean, they
uh.
had this monster that was like
So
these
of course they're trying to
reptilian
keep us
type
out,
things,
these
and they
barbarians.
were all controlled sort of
What the
like
hell?
by a queen. So it had elements like Lord of the Rings and what are those? What
Uh-huh.
was the Starship Trooper things with the bugs that were all that had the yeah like they had the slug kind of monster of the beetles that were controlling the other ones. Remember that?
The
It
bugs.
was kind of like the same. Yeah, it's like the brain bug. So there was this like one queen bug that controlled everything, and then finally
It was the
they
brain bug.
they used a magnet, and
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
it was like, well, how did Matt Damon come upon a magnet? So he's like dragging along this like 20-pound magnet, right? And he's saying, well, because nobody had killed one of these before until he killed one before he came into the wall, right? So it was like, how did you kill it? He goes, no man has ever killed one single-handedly. It's like they're trying to explain that. Well, I'm a white guy. You guys are Chinese, right? But yeah, yeah. But it turns out there was like, yeah, yeah. But
Talk
actually, it
about the
was like
ultimate in
he
white
was like,
privilege. Hey, you know what?
but he explained that he had
Sometimes
this
it takes
piece
a
of
white
metal
man to do what a
that was like
Chinese
that
guy
was
can't.
attracted to other things
And
and
I'm
all
sorry
kinds, and he
about
was going to
that.
make a compass out of it, and he was just carrying along, and suddenly they figured out that the magnetic fields confuse these animals, so they kind of like put them to sleep. And so that was like, okay, yeah, but it was. But then he did fight pretty good. He fought better than all the other Chinese guys, So, so, so Willem.
Ah, ah, ah. Oh my god! Oh my god! All right. Anyway, the point of the article is that Hollywood is left hanging as China reins in investments. Right now, it says that China's crackdown on overseas investment is hitting Hollywood, torpedoing a deal that would put Metro Golden Mayer Studios under Chinese control. But I think that
I'm
this
going to
is
stop
an
recording for a
excuse to
second because
blame
I'm
the
going to bring the
Chinese
dog in.
government,
It's making too much
right?
damn noise.
And say that like we can't do this kind of stuff anymore,
Okay.
right? So, okay, all right, okay, okay. But you know what? He was fine. Okay, so
Scary. And what was it? Scoth? I mean, is it the Trump thing again? Because yeah, Scorsese is he this? Did he do Goodfellas? Is he the Goodfellas guy? Martin Scorsese. Yeah, it's like here's a guy. He, I mean, he doesn't. He's like glorifies all this mob shit, and then it's like all of a sudden he's scared because of Trump, who's never really had any kind of track record for dangerous behavior. I mean, it was so. I mean, he's yeah, 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 yeah. Mighty. No, but the whole thing is he's documenting all this shit that's like this whole world that's like really dangerous, right? I mean, if you're living in these guys' world with the wise guys, right? I mean, you have this Joe Pesci guy who like shoots people in Goodfellas, right? It's like those are the type of people that are running around murdering people for for the slightest thing, okay? Slightest thing, robbing, cheating, stealing, and all this, and all of a sudden, I'm scared. Come on, really. It's just, uh, I mean, come on, I mean, you're supposed to be a wise guy, right? Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? Yeah, 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 yeah. It's just, this. No, it's just people are thinking they're more important than they really are. I mean, they're not important at all, but it's just, just bullshit. People smelling each other's farts again, you know, getting high. Yeah, yeah, but yeah, 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 who can afford that shit? It's like, yeah, but it just goes to show you, it's like the thing with therapists. It's like, let's talk about it. No, it just means that you can't talk about this shit because it doesn't do you any good anyway, even if you do talk about it, because that's what a therapist is, right? It's like, well, come on, like, even if you're talking about it and you're still fucked up. I mean, come on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She's like, yeah, you're always gonna need me. You're always gonna need me. Yeah. Yeah. I said, look, you should see when you put in that picture of the guy, man. It's like, she's at fault for even being around this guy. Or he's like, he's got like a middle-aged guy with a man bun and skinny jeans. Okay, I mean, and he's mansplaining. Come on, it's like it's her own fault for hanging around a guy like that. Come on. Yeah. Okay, so I will stop it right now.